Hey, this is Bob TV. I want to talk about progressive media for a little bit. As you know, I'm a commentator. I'm not a journalist, so please don't get me mixed up with a journalist. I'm not on the scenes cracking cases and bringing the shocking news or up-to-date news or breaking news. I'm not that person. I do read the news, I do study the news, and I do give my commentary on the news. Now, what I feel is going on right now, progressive media, big progressive media, well, I wouldn't say big progressive media. There are those in big progressive media that's not talking about self-rich, not talking about the DNC lawsuit, particularly the DNC lawsuit. Why? I don't know. These media elites have talked so much about Russia that they're afraid to be made out of a fool if it comes to the point that Self-Rich was the one that leaked the information. Now, leaking the information shouldn't even be the freaking point. The freaking point is the DNC cheated, they undermined the election, they robbed and stole the election on behalf of Hillary Clinton, stabbed Bernie Sanders in the back, and they're not talking about that. Heads need to be rolled, people need to be in jail, and this thing need to be turned upside down. This thing need to be shown for the fraud that it is, so it can be fixed and fixed properly. And until that happens, and I'm in the same boat with Debbie Lasigna. I hope I got the name right, Debbie. I'm in the same boat with her that until the system is changed, it's going to be hard for a progressive to really gain traction. Now, do I think all things are possible? Yes, I do. I believe that even with a broken system, things can happen to help break it even more, to rechange it. Do I think that the progressives can overtake the Democratic corporate Democrats? Yeah, if they have a good strategy and a good plan. You got to remember, most of corporate Democrats are dying out. So if you got a strategy, anything can happen. If you got the right strategy, anything can happen. There's wars that was conquered by little old teams that beat big teams because they had a strategy. On this point, this is the point I want to get to. Right now, there's a network. I'm not going to call out their name. TYT. TYT. They won't report on this. What they do is they pass the message or pass the narrative or pass the story to TYT Politics. Now, I respect TYT Politics, but TYT Politics has 100,000 viewers. Way more than what I got. I only got 1,000, a little over 1,000. But I don't despise small beginnings. I love what I do. I don't do it for the numbers. But TYT Politics have 100,000 subscribers. TYT in general have 3 million subscribers. So there's something wrong when you got 3 million subscribers and the narrative is Russia. Or the narrative is stopping Trump. But the story that need to be out in the forefront, like the DNC lawsuit or the Self-Rich case or something like that, is not being talked about on the 3 million that's been passed along to the 100,000 show. Again, not knocking TYT Politics. I continue to watch Jordan Sheridan, even though I didn't like the way he came out, Tim Black and things like that. I still see the dude out there working in Flint, Michigan, going places where no other journalist is going. I respect him for what he do. But TYT Politics, in my cases, TYT in general are using TYT as a bone to progressives. And that is a problem. And what I ask is that progressives get together and let Cenk Uygur know, don't be doing Jordan and the rest of TYT Politics like that. The same story that they're talking about should be talked about on TYT, period. The big platform, 3 million. Flint, Michigan need to be talked about on that big platform. DNC lawsuit definitely need to be talked about on that platform. Self-Rich definitely need to be talked about on the platform. And you need to talk more about the fraudulent, crooked techniques that the DNC used to steal the election from Bernie so it won't happen the next time. So that's what I want to talk about today. We need to really get at TYT 3.5 million and put pressure on them to show the same news that TYT Politics is showing. It's not fair. You're throwing a bone. You don't want the media in general, 3 million people, to know about this story, and there's a reason why. And we all know the reason why, and I'm not going to get into that. There's reasons why you won't talk about the true progressive story. You only talk about the Democratic story. You only push Democratic narratives instead of true progressive narratives, and you lead that over as a bone to progressives through the venue of TYT politics. Now, again, I love Jordan. I love his team there, but TYT politics is not enough. The same thing that's been told on TYT politics need to be told on TYT. Stop being a punk, Jink Yuga. Man up and tell the real story. I'm Bob TV. Peace.